I would like to play Silent Hill F soon. Low-key, I've seen some clips of the game and it feels really nostalgic. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I had the same feeling as, what's it called? Devotion. Do you guys know what that horror game is? Devotion. I had the same very similar, like, nostalgia feeling for that kind of stuff, you know? It's like old, like 1970s, 1980s, 1960s, that kind of shit. Eldritch horrors. Man, this shit nostalgic. Wait, I forgot to tell you guys about my nightmare. Okay, so basically, I had a dream where I was in a cafeteria and there was like two lunch people like serving lunches, right? And like what they were serving was like god awful. You know, like I'm not gonna lie, I thought that shit was nasty looking, right? And they were giving us two different types of sausages, okay? Like they were giant too. They were huge fucking sausages. One was like, I don't know how to explain it. One was like a big giant fucking sausage that was like uncut. It was like uncircumcised sausage. And the other sausage was like made into like a little ribbon. And I was like, these look like shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like gross. It looks gross. But anyway, I was getting my food sausage. I picked the ribbon one, right? No, just kidding. I didn't pick the ribbon one. I picked the big, long, uncut, uncircumcised sausage, right? And I was like, yeah, I need some food, so I better eat something, right? And then like the person that was serving me my food, like the lunch person, right? He was like, oh, I know you've asked for like salad, like a lettuce bowl, but like you shouldn't eat the lettuce here. And I was like, why? And and then he showed me the bucket of what the lettuce was in, and there was like rats in there, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, don't put the fucking lettuce on there. Do I even want to eat this shit? Like, I can't. I don't want to eat this. And then what was it? It was like another thing where and then like I picked up my sausage and I held it, right? I held it in my hand, and I was about to I was like inspecting it because I was like, this sausage don't look right. And like, oh my god, bro. There was a centipede, like a giant centipede crawling around my sausage, and I dropped it because I was like, holy fuck. Ew! Ew! And then I saw everybody getting bitten by the centipede and dying, and I was like, okay. And then I woke up. So I would say, like, of course that's not very eldritch, but I would say that's pretty gross and nightmare fuel. So I like to think that games like Silent Hill F are very nostalgic. Well, I say nostalgic in a way where it's like, oh, I remember when I was growing up, and then like the people that I was surrounded with would like perpetuate a lot of harmful stuff onto me, you know? That's the most vile shit I've ever heard. Really? It's not that bad. Like, honestly, compared to like some of the other dreams that I would get, like I feel like that was more disgusting than it was like too scary. Does that make sense? Don't tell us, please. Okay. I was at like a train station and it was completely empty and everything was like kind of blue. You know what blue hour is? You know, like in the time of the sky, like all very pretty and everything's blue and everything's like a little dark. I was at a train station and it was like a hybrid of a school. Like it was merging together, like an old nostalgic Japanese school, you know? And I was walking around and I found this dog that didn't have any eyes. It was like a giant Samoyed, I think, like a white giant Samoyed with no eyeballs. And I was following it around and it led me to a door, a really, really heavy door. And outside was a beach. But the beach, right? The beach was like outside of this room and the sand was like golden, bro. The sand was golden. But the waters was black, like it was like ink. And the dog played in it a little bit. And you know how the dog was like pure white? Yeah, it started getting like splotches and stuff like that on its fur. And I would just follow it around and I saw a man sitting next to the beach and I sat next to him and he started asking me really invasive and scary questions. So I got scared and he got really mad at me and then the sky turned red and I was like, oh shit. And then I woke up. Have you dreamed of chat? No, I haven't dreamed of chat yet, but how are you remembering these? I used to write down my dream journals a lot. Like whenever I would have a dream and it was fresh in my memory, I would like write it down. But also, this was before I was medicated. So I don't really like remember a lot of the dreams that I have like while on medication that much anymore. But when I was unmedicated, I would get like a dream like every night, like a really vivid dream almost every night, and that shit was crazy. Lock her up! Hey! Chat, what do you think about the uncircumcised sausage? Yeah, that shit was gross, bro. I didn't take a bite because that shit was nasty. Bro, that shit's nasty. Cause like, okay, if I were to like draw a picture of what it looked like, you guys would think it would be nasty too. Please don't dream about us. I don't want to be in your dreams. I feel like you guys already been appearing in my dreams anyway. Even if I don't remember. Like, you know, I just get that feeling, you know? What's the weirdest dream you've had? The weirdest dream I've had was, I think I mentioned to chat before, but it was like a really kind of scary one. But basically, on the news, like I was watching the news, and there was like a bunch of people with like patches of flesh all around them, like stitched up patches of flesh, you know? And it was like encasing their head, like a layer of flesh that was encasing their head, and it was like bloody, and there was like something inside of it like leaking out, but I don't really know what it is. But basically, they all started like falling into a pool, and whenever they fell into the pool, the patches of flesh would all just like kind of like chunk away, and like, you know, like it would just all like go like, you know, go everywhere, and they would have no head underneath. Like the patches of flesh was their head, and there was like a giant one. There was a giant patchy flesh guy, and he like jumped into the pool, and he all of his patches literally went away into the pool, and the pool was all bloody and shit. And I was like watching the news, I was like, ew, what the fuck, right? And everybody was like, everybody else was just like, well, this is pretty normal. I was like, this is not normal at all. You guys are fucking crazy. This is so gross. What the fuck is happening? What is that? Are those monsters? And then someone nudged me at the bar, being like, you're being really insensitive. Like, you can't say that. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Why is everybody doing this rude? I was like, no, guys, they're fucking dying. They're dying. Like, why the hell are they getting blown up and shit? Like, why are they like all jumping into the pool and dying in the pool, and the pool is all bloody and fleshy and patchy? Like, that's gross. And then you know, I was watching the news at the bar, and your dreams are so compelling yet horrifying. Yeah, they're pretty scary. I think another scary dream that I had was when I was stuck in the hospital, and I didn't have any limbs, right? I didn't have any limbs. I only had my arms, actually. I think I only had my arms, and but my feet were gone, right? Because like something weird about my dreams is that I dream as other people a lot. Like I don't have like I dream as other people a lot. I rarely ever dream as myself unless it's like, you know, post medication, right? Basically, like, now this is so fucked up, but basically, I had like a caretaker, and he was also a patient. So he was like wheelchairing me around because I didn't have any fucking legs, you know? And the guy that was like, you know, pushing around my wheelchair, he started to get really, really sick. And it was like a disease where a bunch of eyeballs were sprouting around his like body, you know, and then they were appearing on his like arms and like, you know, whatever. And then he died because I started appearing in his lungs, you know, like, and so like that wasn't very healthy, I think, and he ended up dying. And because I didn't have anybody to push my wheelchair around, I couldn't take care of myself, and then I died. And that was one of my dreams too. Okay, guys, I'm okay. Like, it's not like these are dreams. Like, I can't really control my dreams, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like an indicative of my like mental state. It's just like, I don't think this dream is tough. I think I also got a nightmare that was directly because of a Genji Ito story, I think. It's when I was dreaming about like there was like a scar on my face, and I like peeled off, like I started peeling a layer off of my skin off, like on my face, and there was another face underneath it. And I'm pretty sure that's like a story that Genji Ito made one time. Are you sure you're mentally well? Yes. Bro, did you got a dream about food or something? I dream about food all the time, but I get like, I don't know. Sometimes though, like my dreams are just like annoying, cause like, because what was it? Like, okay, I once like had a dream where I was eating like raw cookie dough or something. I was like, raw cookie dough! And then I woke up with a stomach ache. So I don't like having dreams like those because even though I'm sure like my dream isn't causing my stomach aches, I would get stomach aches anyway. And that shit hurts. Wait, where's my music? I totally forgot to put my music on. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey Cela, can I have a permission to leave the basement today? No!